Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. A Guilty Gear Strive top 8 happening once again, but brand new blood here, right? We got the Season 2 Series E qualifier. I'm one of your commentators, Zero. Tabby, it's great to be back for another wonderful top 8. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. It's great to be back, as it always is. And yeah, with this new season of Series E, it seems like it brought out all the warriors to this fight. Everybody's bringing out their AAA game, it seems, to try to fight for these points to get to be able to. Because everybody saw what happened last season. Now they want a piece of the pie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. The proof is in the pudding at this point, right? First off, Esports Arena and Level Up Gaming coming together put on a great show in its entirety. All the way to the series finale. Definitely check out the VOD for that one as well too. Lots of great matches to go through, and starting out for these qualifiers, we do have our top 8 here. Umisho up against Flash Metroid here, and you got Razzo and Don going off against each other in the winner's side. So that's some familiar faces from previous Weds Night Fights that we've seen in Series E competitors, and Symbolist and Stealthy out on the loser side. Reddito up against Bean, and we know how Bean can put on quite a show in these Weds Night Fights. It's been a bit since I've seen Bean, so glad to see Bean back in this top 8 for Weds Night Fights tonight. So lots of great matches, and like you said, a lot of new contenders coming through. That fresh blood, that new shot at clicking on these match Reno codes. 25 left. There's a whole gaggle of you in the chat right now. Please use up these codes before night's end. We would greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and just on that top 8, at the end of the day, all those people that are in the top 8 are people I think we've seen before in the past at these Wednesday night fights. Right. So even with that new blood coming through, there's still people who are showing that time and time again, with the amount that they've ground through these events, that they're ready to consistently stay at the top and hopefully be rewarded for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course too, this being the Wednesday night fights before Texas Showdown this weekend, so there's a lot of additional practice in there as well, trying to get warmed up and ready for some local regional competition, really, just actually being able to sit next to somebody and play. These events are coming out. And first up, we do have our Flash Metroid up here with Kai Keys, and then Umisho, the patented Happy Chaos. Let's see how this matchup turns out. We saw Kai play last week as well for kind of go toe-to-toe against some of these Happy Chaos players. And that seemed to go fairly well. Dazzlock is really important in this matchup. It's first right away, though.
Yeah, and Flash Metroid is no stranger to this matchup especially, but you have to remember Umisho has always been, in my opinion at least, the strongest Happy Chaos, and you can see it right here, finding that tap dust with the extension to get the round kill. Umisho is just on another level when it comes to this, and even if, strangely enough, Kai actually having an easier chance with those good far slashes and 5H pokes, it's still hard to deal with when you're dealing with somebody like Umisho. Goes for the Future Arc, trying to get a reset, jumps over the charge, stun edge, trying to find an opening to get the Happy Chaos action started, but Flash Metroid's not having it this time around.
Yeah, absolutely not. This is the exact play that we want to see. Nice little backdash right there. Slide on into the DMs. Got the purple RC. Umisho going to hold on to this first for the next round. Didn't get the shatter we were looking for, but got the swoop for the kill. And that's so important to change the momentum of this match. To really close the gap on Happy Chaos here. Get right in the face. Nice jump slash counter hit. Definitely going to burst. Reset the distance area too. And look at this full concentration. Pretty well loaded up here. And no shock status here for Flash.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting call, but you can see it's working out right there with the nice 5K, getting the clean wall break. Gonna see here into the Deus Ex Machina, get that reload, get that concentration buff, and oh my goodness, that killed.
I saw the health point. I thought for sure, maybe a little sliver of health, but Kai, the frail child, that one there, and got blasted off into the next section of the stage to go into the next game here. But that's the cadence of Umisho playing Happy Chaos. Is very comfortable playing both the far and close range. If far is not working out, they're definitely comfortable in closing the gap and overwhelming you, especially when you're cursed up too. And Flash in that second round had a phenomenal play. That aggression is going to be so key, and you cannot let go of the trigger when you're that close to Happy Chaos. And then we're also going to look out for mismanagement opportunities, which are very few and far between for Umisho, especially how Umisho can definitely manage resources well, take advantage of those moments. You know, the charge on concentration, the reload opportunity. Those are your opportunities to make those dash steps.
Yeah, and nobody's perfect, but Umisho plays kind of close to it. Now getting the concentration super with the wall break. Once again, Tex out of it, but gets hit with a steady aim shot into the Deus Ex Machina. And that's going to be a full wall break and another round kill right quickly. Umisho ending up that one with a perfect. And just trying to speed run through this top 8 saying, I'm not trying to play a hard matchup. We're trying to get the easy ones coming through. And you can see just juggling them in the mid screen. Already back to the wall. Superman punch into next week. And Flash has got a lot to work with, but now's a good start for it. Gets shock state, but the 5K anti-air, oh my goodness.
Yeah, and caught the purple RC. You already got you bounced up in this guy. There's almost nothing you can do. Your concentration's gone. This is the opportunity. Ride the lightning attempt. Oh dear. Yeah, and that's going to be a full punish. First baited and able to get the W here, and it's such a shame, right? You don't want to get caught in the air by Happy Chaos. So you see a lot of characters make that grounded approach. I constantly bring up like Leo and Giovanna having a really good time of just being able to dash because their unique dash mechanic can close that gap. And in this matchup in particular, that mid range that Kai can reach into has a lot of great challenge pokes on, you know, these curse situations. You have to be very cautious, remain on the ground, don't go for these jumps, and I love this counter pick. Yes, I said it. This counter pick, Potemkin up against Happy Chaos.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you look at it on paper and you're like, what do you mean counter pick? Grappler Zona? Right. But just all the armored options that they have and the high health range that you can generally get in pretty easily to start your Potemkin game plan, but Umisho's not going to allow that to even begin with, and instead is deciding to play the close range brawler and just trying to frame trap Black Metroid, but they're not having it. Tap Dust, though, will allow for a concentration and a little reload. And there's a wall break.
Yeah, see, this is, again, other side of the coin here for Umisho, that close range combat that we're going to play here instead of trying to zone out. Because great reach from Flash Metroid here, but you know, slide head, big tool. You're talking about the armor up ability, you know, like even Hammerfall coming through to charge in. That's another option there that will definitely take a bullet. You still have the health resource, but you're closing that gap and putting on big damage on Happy Chaos here. And Umisho again closes that gap.
Yeah, forcing a -1 bullet and the extra concentration or having to fire the second shot is always a huge benefit. And you can see, especially when you have the defense like Flash Metroid, and just be instant blocking as much as they are, you know, you can find a way in. But Umisho's just showing once again that they are more than prepared for this matchup, even if it is considered a quote-unquote counterpit. Deus Ex Machina, though, coming out, not dead just yet, though, because Pot eats his Wheaties, it seems.
Yeah, definitely a breakfast this morning. Nice, able to get the Mega Fist through, but the jump out in the corner. Umisho gonna take it 3-0 over Flash Metroid in the first round on winner's side here. And you know, I wish we would have gotten to see a bit more out of this Potemkin play. And you know, it might again just be that uncomfortability. You know, maybe we only have Potemkin in the back pocket simply for just to cover this matchup, because Flash usually playing Kai Kisuke anyways. But it's, gosh, it is just so difficult to fight against Happy Chaos in general. Like I was saying, that those mid-range pokes that Kai is definitely capable of. Foudriarch is a great tool, but also don't forget, you got to try to stay grounded. I loved the, not the stun edge, but the stun dipper, able to come through and sweep, get that counter hit and be able to carry to that corner. I would have liked to have seen some more of those in the mid-range as well, too.
Yeah, and then we saw a brief glimpse of it. Unfortunately, got hit right out of it. But using that Stun Dipper PRC afterwards to just close that distance even more, you get a fast jump button, the JS. You know, just basically hitting as a vertical laser beam once you get into that mid range. One thing I've been actually thinking about this matchup more recently is you're playing it very similarly to plus R Kai versus Justice, if that makes sense, where you're actually trying to get into that mid-range and use your far slash to trade with the shot, so then you both tech up and then can immediately run forward and close that gap instead of having to deal with that any of that long range at all. But we won't see too much long range in this next match that we've come up of Razzo and Dawn. Leo, Eno, this is going to be two characters just slamming their faces at each other, trying to mix. And not only is it any mix, it's Razzo Leo mix. This is, you know, the character that they've shown the most strength for. This is the character that they've been dominating tournaments left and right with, and we'll see if they can continue to do that against Dawn, or if they can, or if Dawn can end up holding out.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting. A big fear out of this matchup, right, is especially for Eno mix, you know, usually going for high lows, is that Razzo just has to hold down back and has a flash kick charge ready to rock. So that's going to be, you know, the kind of guessing game. You got to overwhelm Razzo and, you know, kind of prevent that option being represented. And of course, you know that Razzo is going to be looking for those escape options. See who gets that first knockdown is going to be big, really important here. And a big 6B to start things out for Dawn.
Yeah, right now Razzo's just trying to find those opportunities, and they did right there with the 5K, 6K. And once again, we're getting back into it now, put into the mix. Oh, Dawn, unfortunately, getting hit with the third low coming out from there, but slides under the fireball. Ooh, nice throw over from Razzo, gets the mix once again. Dawn trying to fuzzy out, but gets the stroke parried into the back turn super at the wall. Oh my goodness, Razzo, you are... You had your caffeine before this. You are brave and awake.
Well, just before this, Razzo was... I'm pretty sure Razzo placed, what, at least the grand finals for BB Tag today as well. So Razzo's definitely firing on all cylinders right now, playing multiple games. Now going to get carried off into the next section of the stage. As a reminder, you don't have a tag person to save you out of this one. No crash guard out here. None of that nonsense.
Yeah, and right now Dawn's in a great situation. Oh, but gets counter hit with the JD right there. It's going to be big damage for Razzo. Keeping him in the corner at 50% already. This is not where you want to be. Reversal super out though, and Razzo wasn't prepared for it. Gets hit by it, and it's going to allow Dawn to stay alive in this round.
Yeah, that's a good option to use right there, especially in the corner. Has the one reversal opportunity there, and caught high. Psycho Crusher through the wall. Nice, this is coming up all Dawn on this round to start. Under the 6P. Nice pick up here. Flash kick, gotta watch out for it.
Yeah, the timing on these are a little rough, and there's another flash kick coming up, but PRC's out of the super because they saw Razzo going for the block. Razzo now jumping in with the 2-3-6S, trying to find an opportunity. Reversal super once again, but tries to call person. PRC's out once again. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we're bursting left and right here and try to bait out that gold burst from Dawn, and Razzo just caught right inside of that situation. So now we'll swing it for the fences. The DP of all DPs right there. Razzo tossed it out, unfortunately. They're trying to make a hard read and ended up taking the L on that first game. And that was definitely a scramble of a last moment in that final round for sure.
Yeah, I think Razzo was really gambling on Dawn, just trying to scramble, as, you know, 10 players tend to like to do in that situation, but Dawn just stayed calm, and it was just, whatever you throw at me, it's mostly mids anyways. I'll react to the low when it comes through on front turn. And sure enough, they did that with the DP, and were able to clean that round out. We'll have to see if Razzo's able to make those adjustments to try to get through, but once again, counter hit 6P right at the round start for Dawn. DP blocked once again. Dawn's got a read on Razzo. Stroke under the burst, and now we get Note Oki. DPs once again, but gets hit by it. Razzo's got to calm down with those flash kicks, as they're not as good on, you know, as they are on other characters, and they're just getting beat up left and right, but right now by Dawn.
Yeah, this is looking really rough. Like I said at the top of this, you know, flash kicks is going to be a great tool, but clearly Dawn well prepared for these flash kicks and able to block every single one of that last round of the Gardner. And now 6B, nice stroke, counter hit, knockdown. We got our OP set up once again. Jab it out. Burst out and lots of damage. Razzo taking a massive leap, and again had to attempt a DP, and you got the guts. Just keep doing it, Razzo. Forget it. Don't worry about it. Feel that energy. Let's go.
And they were able to take the end of that round with the right at the tip of the far slash, or the back turn slash, to get a counter hit. You know, Razzo just finding that perfect spacing that they need for this, but Dawn just playing very carefully, using those 6Ps, using those strokes to get under every option available. Anti-air close slash coming out is going to be big damage over for Razzo, choosing to keep Dawn in the corner. Gets hit, goes for the fast RC, thinking they blocked it, but still got a big chance. Counter hit JD into the immediate flash kick as well, allowing Razzo to take that one. You know, Razzo, I think they've had to calm down. They realize, okay, wrong game. I've got 5 buttons. You know, it's not just ABC. We've got the dust button. It does things, and they're definitely, I think, getting back into the flow of that Razzo special.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, sending a message too, right? Like, how many DPs was that? And despite being blocked every time for that first round, and still Razzle's like, wait a minute, I said I flash kick. You're going to get hit by these flash kicks.
We have a script. You're supposed to follow it. It says you get hit by flash kick.
It's in the rules. I don't make them up. Daisuke made them up. That's gotta get caught by the flash kicks. All right, so back in the lobby here, taking a moment, taking a breather to recollect ourselves. Going into game 3.
You got to take those times, especially in this matchup with both characters just constantly trying to scramble. It can definitely be a very mentally overwhelming matchup. And you can see right there just jumping over the 2K, trying to catch the 6P that Don's been going for. Note hitting the DP again, but it does not matter. DP one more time. Gets hit with the back turn. H forcing a burst now. Oh, and the guard point follow-up, getting the hit. It goes for the mix, but gets mashed out of it. DP once again. Razzo, you like, it's a good reversal, but I mean, oh, that clashed.
What is happening? Who upset Razzo today? Who? I want to have a conversation with you. Why'd you do it? Because look at this. This is insane. Razzo's throwing out flash kicks left and right. I swear to God, there's another flash kick coming through. Because even when notes were coming out, Razzo was still committing to a flash kick. That's insane.
Yeah, trying to find that reversal timing through them, but it can be very tight, especially when is able to charge him, but is able to get that back turn right at the last second, uses the anti-air back turn P to take it, and now Razzo just playing calm, allowing Don to back off, and they find themselves an opportunity to get the note hit.
Caught the stroke thanks to the heavy fireball here. Has to hold Oki, and there's another stroke right there. Jump in. Not going to be enough to get the shatter here, but we're still caught in this corner. Tries the 2D out.
Yeah, and the 2K mash afterwards is so risky with how much Razzo's been flash kicking after after any opportunity, and that's always a scary thing to do versus Leo, but finds the hit with the RC, but misses the JD to continue the combo. Was able to find another clean one right there in the corner to tie this game up.
Tied up in resource game though. Razzo is a little bit ahead here. Hold out the heavy fireball. Nice call out in the chemical love right there too. Where do you think you're gonna go? That fireball still chasing after you here. Now we got this corner positioning. Jab out. Okay, now we have to hold this FD, and Don is running out of resources to try to push block out of here. And that perfect range that you were talking about. Max range of the slash. And finally, Don getting out of this corner. Great counter hit.
They just go in the mix over and over again. Doesn't go for the safe jump this time. Gets hit by the DP, but Razzo doesn't get the full back turn follow-up, so Don's got themselves another opportunity. Note Oki once again. Fuzzy block hitting low. And the block DP once again. Burst out for Razzo, trying to take this round.
Was able to burst here and does get it too. I can't believe the burst. I thought for sure Don was going to get that hard read on the burst in the corner, but still remain committed to trying to get the kill, and I don't blame you. In some of those situations too, just keep committed because you don't want to be caught wrong. If you already know you're getting the mix on the opponent, keep committing to it. But if you know in your heart of hearts you're going to block that burst, by all means, it'll make for a great highlight on Fresh Cut later.
Yeah, it was one of those bursts came up in the last second, and you can sometimes hope your opponent's not paying attention to that while you're throwing 13 different other things on the screen. But, Razzo's built different. They're always ready to burst as soon as it comes back. You see the immediate stroke at the round start, trying to catch any option that Razzo can throw out, and forcing the burst super early, and another counter hit JH, keeping them in the corner, mixing once again. Razzo, you got to block high once or twice.
It's literally like, I've not seen Razzo block high. I've seen Razzo throw more DPs throughout the entire set than I had. Like, this is the one time you gotta do at least one, and then the one time you did it was the wrong time to do it. It's no, that's so frustrating to deal with. Now we got the mix, throw it to the corner. Okay.
Gold burst out of the back turn H using that tight window. You have reversal super coming out of the 5K, not allowing anything to happen. Mix once again throws out of the pressure. Don getting the blocks, but isn't able to fully get it. Brings back to the mix with the meter, goes for the wall slump into the OTG back turn super to kill. Razzo, you're playing with their food a little bit. You got a little bit of an uphill battle still to fight. Don's only one game away from taking this one at match point. Blocks the stroke, but gets the 5K, 6K follow-up afterwards. Cross-up mix once again. Throws out of the run-through. Good read by Don.
I can't. You can see. I'm still seeing Razzo throw DPs out here, taunting with these parries out here, and now Dawn trying to return the favor once again. Tied up on rounds, and you're right, the work is still there, but Razzo feeling pretty confident, nice. Dash up 5P for the anti-air. We're still back turn. You can't escape.
Just spinning through the air, but gets counter hit by the 5H. They're forcing the burst from Dawn in this last one, but note hitting is a great starter. Oh, but getting clipped by the fireball right there is not what you want. Razzo able to take that one. You know, Razzo now feeling confident. They got that the wall slump into the OTG. That was their Super Saiyan activation almost at the end of it, just powering them up. And because that Razzo we saw in that last game, in that last part of that round there, it felt like a different Razzo than I've seen these past 6-7 games we've seen of them.
It's the Razzo factor, right? You get knocked down 2 games, and then all of a sudden Razzo's like, let me turn on the flex, start flexing the parry a couple times, and then let the people know I'm Razzo. I play the character that is canonically the king in this game. Just putting it out there. That's the energy.
He even writes his own dictionary, and he made sure to put Dawn loser at the end of it.
Oh my god. Razzo champion. Intel processor 6000.
But Dawn still got a great opportunity right now. Whiffs the 6P at the round start, but still finds that trade to be in their favor, bringing it to the corner already. Now adding that throw pressure into the high-low mix. This is, potentially very bad. Blocks the burst once again. Gonna use the reversal super to wall break. Leo's still around though. Got that big health, big guts to see if they're able to block it. Just walks back and DP's out once again.
Got the cross up here. Watch the feet. Run up throw. Probably going to see a burst here in a second unless you're trying to save it for next round. There we go. Oh, the chemical love with the note as well. Oh my goodness. Just a wall of hurt right there. Don't come near me. Not allowed to chase me. I don't need this aggression. Push back to the corner. Hold the note and got the timing this time. Wasn't charged.
Then DP's out of the note. Once again, DP blocked once again. This is the Razzo we've been seeing through and through. Thinking they can just get out of every situation. But this is Eno, and they say no. Razzo still had a chip health, and we saw it last time. They were able to take it from this situation. And Dawn doesn't have burst, so they got to guess right.
Talk YRC, great situation there, but Blue RC right back at you, spending all the resources just to make the escape. Dawn does it. 3-2 against Razzo, and wait a minute. I think that is it for Razzo right now. No. We're on winners. We're on winners.
Nope. We're winner's side. Winner's side.
We're on winner's side. So my goodness, it just went so long. That was crazy. It was for a Leo match and a Razzo Leo match to go on that long. That was insane. So Razzo's not out of this. You still had the fear of Razzo coming back up.
Yeah, the Razzo's not out of it. They can make that losers run back. It's going to be a little bit harder now. Already seeing what that losers bracket is stacked up to be and what it can continue to be. And at the end of the day, even if you get through all of it and you can get back to the end, you still got to fight. You're fighting either Dawn or Umi Show at the end of it. And both those don't sound like a good time to me. If I'm on the other end of the stick, I'll tell you what.
If I were Razzo, gosh, that's a hard call. Because I think Leo does an okay job trying to chase down Happy Chaos, but I think I would rather fight Eno because I don't have to worry about soul damage from the full screen. So
yeah,
but we do have soul damage coming up here, right?
We do have soul damage.
Soul damage is out here, but Stealthy's got to sneak through and just erase that from happening. Just rewind time, travel to the next dimension, whatever you got to do to carry on in this bracket here. Big jump is simplest to start. Coast slash, 5K, clean DP, already 50% damage, Soul please.
It's Soul Bad Guy time, and this is Simplest is a player I've been watching for a long time now, and they are just wild and crazy. So they're going to use every option that they have in their arsenal again, and especially versus this Axel matchup, it can traditionally be a little tough. But you can already see, they need one more good hit and then it's theirs, but Stealthy's not having it, just playing that classic Stealthy defense, just staying in the air, throwing the JS's and trying to keep them out. But counter hit 6H coming through and another 6H for the follow-up, trying to bait the burst, guaranteeing that round.
Stealthy's motto, jump S, save me please. And it was doing a lot of work. One day, Soul gets in there. It's just one hit. That's all it takes. A knock at the door. You know that you're late on your rent, and Soul is the landlord. Soul will rip the door down. Wild throw if they want to. Or 6-8 break the door down.
Knocking the door down with the eviction notice, trying to get through, but the BRC coming out, and Stealthy just found themselves back into full screen in a great situation, keeping it close, trying to mix, but Symbolist just blocking it, feeling very confident that they can just play blocking simulator until they find that opportunity to get in. Counter hit 6H once again. Symbolist just loving that button to close those gaps. Oh, with Fafnir into the throw. I thought Stealthy got that throw for half a second.
I thought so too. Like, I thought the recovery was like, it was too early for immediate Fafnir. It's like, all right, cool. He doesn't, Symbolist doesn't have Oki, no way. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was one of those. That was that like super early. Man, that was such a scramble situation. That's exactly what Symbolist wants in the corner right there, because
right.
Axel scramble options are they're nowhere near as good as Soul Bad Guys at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. One volcanic viper away from death is all it takes. Or wild throw. Like God, there are way too many options for Soul in the corner as compared to what Axel has. No true reversal, has to rely on blocking right, or even having resources to push block out. Jump HS is a great tool, but oh boy, the damage is Soul.
Yep, sometimes you don't get those opportunities too, Jay, as uses the second hit of Banner Revolver to go over the low profile right there, but finds that counter hit 5K to get the damage train started. Now Stealthy's got a block.
Yep, got that full screen again here. Jump pass, Elton. Poke out, Rensen gets whiffed. Ooh, nice whiff punisher with the 6S from Symbolist here, slowly closing that gap. It's a closing for sure. Oh, tried to go for a reset, but Stealthy counter hit 2H, calls out the burst, and now full screen situation again, has the life lead.
Yeah, you see that's what a read on that burst right there.
Yeah,
pretty much changing the entire pace of this game to allow Stealthy to be in control. But Symbolist got the RC. Now it's their time to mix, forcing Stealthy to use those resources. Trying to just use those air buttons, but gets hit with the normal 6H into the meaty Fafnir. Counter hit, forcing the burst out. Super late for Stealthy. This could spell danger in the later rounds if Symbolist is able to take it. But Stealthy's just got to find that one opportunity to close the gap up. And, it looks like they may have found it. Not enough damage right there.
Yeah, has to constantly hold at bay. Keep throwing out these Rensens here. And there we go. 2HS sneaking on through. Stealthy was looking a little worse for wear right there. Wrist gauge cranked. One mortal counter away from death. Success comes through. That's a successful hit. Fafnir coming off and not going to get the full conversion. But, hey, the message was sent. It was delivered.
Yeah, that's already forced Stealthy to use all of their resources. They were up until that moment right there, completely out of meter. Finding that hit, though, putting Soul back into the corner, is going to be very hard for Symbolist to get through, unless they can find that right spacing for a 6S or a 6H to sneak on through. Gets hit once again.
Oh, try to sneak in a command grab there. Symbolist already taken to the skies. 6S pulling through again. Tries to go for the TK Axel Bomber there. Symbolist was already ready for it. Rensen comes through 2H, not gonna get the kill quite yet, but Stealthy real close and does get it. Miss input, unfortunate for Symbolist right there. Should have been a revolver, but ended up getting the wild throw.
Yeah, that was definitely, Stealthy calming down a little bit after that first game of just Symbolist going ham, and definitely sort of regaining the pace of that match, regaining control. But it's just that was that last unfortunate situation where if Symbolist was able to ban at revolver, that could have spelled total danger for Stealthy in that situation.
Exactly. Sometimes that negative edge comes out there. The run up, yeah. You got through the Rensen, it's over. Soul is a coming. Soul's as fast as a rocket. We've seen it in Exurd, so there's nothing you can do to stop this individual, this bounty hunter, from coming and claiming the bounty that is this $100 pot in Series E here. And Blue RC falling right back down. All right, full screen situation once again. And 2H will help out here for Stealthy. Massive life lead could disappear in a flash. Stealthy's doing great though at holding Symbolist full screen range.
even when Symbolist has found those opportunities to sneak in and run under, Stealthy's just automatically blocking whatever the follow-up is. But this is not the situation where they were blocking it. But gets Symbolist thrown into the corner. Symbolist now one touch away.
First off, that purple RC from Symbolist was absolutely brilliant because Stealthy knows you can 2K 2D underneath the Revolver, so you can get the, or at least just 2K rather, to get the punish on Revolver. But Symbolist ready. Purple RC got the full punish in the corner. Stealthy, if you don't get an OTG the next time you throw, I swear to God, you might lose a round for it. Don't let this happen.
Yeah, you especially don't want to be losing matches at this point in the top 8. And Symbolist dropping the combo, but resetting to the throw. Whiffs the throw. Once again, an air throws back into the ground. We can call that an American reset at this point since the round was in their favor. The whiff 6H right at the round started left Stealthy to get the throw once again, starting their Axel mix, but Success comes through and another missed Bandit Revolver input.
Got the knock at the door here. FDing though, that's a reinforced door, and the 2K again. See that purple RC trying to catch the punish on there, but not low enough to catch Stealthy. Okay.
Yeah, and now you're in Stealthy's habitat right now, just allowing them to play in the air, use those long-range Axel pokes. Goes for the mix once again, and is able to find a hit onto that air dash to try to close the distance, but Stealthy's not having it.
Oh, nice. 5E interrupt. Got the Rensen after as well. One more touch will do it here, and we got it. The 2H. Stealthy fishing for it and caught it on the recovery from 6S. Stealthy up 2-1 right now.
Yeah, this is, it's the tried and true tale of this matchup. Axel Soul has been a long-standing, you can go back game in, game out, and it looks a little bit like this. Tools may play a little differently, but this is a very classic matchup and how it's playing especially. But it's not out, especially in a game like Strive where Soul can just kind of murder you if he gets that one right hit, but he's got to find it, and Stealthy's very good at preventing their opponents from finding those hits.
Oh yeah, especially at the ranges that Stealthy is comfortable playing at, whether it be close or far. Obviously in this matchup, Stealthy has definitely been real comfortable far away. We don't see the left-right mixes as often that we would see in other characters. Like, this is definitely a full screen. Hey, I don't want Soul near me at all. Any opportunity to push Soul away is a great opportunity.
Yeah, and we've already seen that with both wake-up situations that Soul has been in right now is DP'd, but Stealthy, with that reversal super of their own, Gold burst off as a reversal trying to catch Stealthy, but stays right out of the range of it. But Symbolist found themselves an opportunity to combo, throws them into the ground. Fafnir whiff into the close slash.
Wow. What an Oki situation right there, too, because you're so worried about the recovery of Fafnir. It's just like, I don't know if it's active or not. I'm not going to chance it. You want to get counter hit by Fafnir? I didn't think so.
Nobody wants to get counter hit by Fafnir, especially in this game. Nice block on the 6S right there from Stealthy, but Symbolist still found their opportunity, puts them into the corner, forcing the burst out with that counter hit close slash. And now just once again, we're back to that mid-screen control in the basement. Symbolist is using the neutral skip of Bandit Revolver. RC's in to get the combo.
Nice 2K after the red RC there. Fafnir hold it and called out. That FD situation absolutely going to get the grab right now. And it's tied up 2-2. Stealthy putting up a great fight, but Symbolist is still finding their way in. And despite a few drops in a couple of other rounds, Symbolist has still been really consistent on those confirms and getting that damage, as a Soul player should. It's basically, again, we've said this time and time again, Soul's just create a combo. Just have fun with it. Enjoy it. It's going to do the damage you're looking for.
He picked A groove on the character select screen, and he's ready to go. And right now, Stealthy's playing that honest K groove, just trying to find an opportunity, using that low health to their advantage when they can. But Stealthy just in that position right at the round start, right exactly where they want to be. But Symbolist is just continuing that pressure, and Stealthy, might not be prepared for it in this situation. Nice instant block coming out from there.
Yeah, 2D as well, too, the low profile, the revolver, and again, another punish right there. Stealthy just ready immediately. Blue RC gonna get the throw. You can't far slash me. The red. Oh my God. Okay, so that was a great sequence, right? Volcanic Viper RC to try to stay safe and get the mix, and Symbolist in trouble. One touch, can't get close. 2H, we're going to call out the dash up here from Symbolist. And great defense from Stealthy in that corner situation, because, yeah, I mean, any lesser player definitely would have got mixed out of that situation.
I got hit, to say the least. And
yeah.
Right now, Stealthy on game point, finding themselves in that comfortable situation, using the 2K2D to go under those bandit revolvers, staying in the mid screen, brought themselves to the corner, but with that PRC, it won't even matter. Brings back to the mid screen. Keeps trying to find some opportunities to just close this game out as quickly as possible. But as we said time and time again, and as you'll see time and time again throughout this game, this assault bad guy, one touch can lead to certain death, especially with the risk gauge that high.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I just saw it in the counter. Cursed it, Gabby, oh my gosh.
But finally lands a command grab into the one vision, but whiffs the one vision follow-up. Find it right there once again, uses the Axle Bomber to close out the round. Stealthy going to take it 3-2 over Symbolist. Moving on to the next round, you know, Symbolist unfortunately out of the tournament, but, you know, not out of our hearts.
No, not at all. Symbolist, an excellent recurring soul bad guy player here at Weds Night Fights. So it'll be great to see how far Symbolist goes in the Series E qualifier series as well. Because, you know, there's still plenty of great competition, a whole new season. It's a clean slate, basically, right? You know, we had our finals. That's great. We're going to celebrate those victories. But now you can start it up again and see where you land in the competition. Because, honestly, there's been plenty of growth here throughout the entire cast. And Red Ditto making a return as well. And Bean making a return as well. Let's go. I'm really curious to see how things have turned out for Bean, especially playing Leo. Last time I saw Bean, he was playing Chip. So this is going to be Red Ditto playing Rand.
I definitely think if you're wanting to pick a mixed character and you're trying to win a tournament, Leo is generally a little bit of a safer pick over than Chip, because you're not just going to die in a one hit to any character. But Red Ditto finding themselves in a great opportunity right at the beginning, found those hits with the sword juggle, using the reversal super to wall break, but gets the PRC throw, bringing them back into the corner, having to hold that mix. PRC's out to bait the DP. Red Ditto is ready, downloaded, and prepared for this match if it seems early on, but he's still got a lot of time to change. You can see that 2K right at the round start, but Red Ditto finding the throw is going to lead them right back into a situation where they want to be.
Great backdash right there, trying to call out a slash from Red Ditto. Drop the combo, has to hold the block, and Bean once again put into this corner situation. You're going to get windshield wipered into the next section of the stage. Bean's reaction, dash up, 2K, let's go. Goes for throw. Mix begins. Overhead. Gotta watch out. Red Ditto does have tension. Won't get to spend it quite yet. Positive bonus for Bean as well. This is a great turnaround here. Not quite there to close the gap. Watch this reversal. What did I say? What did I say?
You call it Reddit like a book. You know, it's a very interesting, like, in how these and how both Bean and Razzo play in this. You can see Bean is very much taking these games a lot slower. They're not trying to put themselves into the scramble situation, you know, especially versus a character like Ram that's you want to be doing, but even more so using, instead of trying to dash up, get a close slash, using a 5K micro walk, trying to find something in those post wall break situations. But Red Ditto's just showing time and time again that they're going to use those enhanced sword normals, find themselves an opportunity to break through, but Bean found the 5K early on, forcing the burst for Red Ditto.
Gonna go for throw attempt 6B coming through. Weren't quite close enough, and now Record Series here for Red Ditto. Great PRC pickup and guaranteed shatter once again. No meter though, so hey, you just got a grip of health missing, that's all.
And Leo still has meter. This could, it's a dangerous situation, but positive bonus coming through, gets that meter very quickly, allows to use the PRC to get the wall break, and allows for that game to be taken. Red Ditto trying to clean this as quickly as possible, but Bean's not having it.
Right back, Kurt, the overhead does get a successful call out. Nice. I'm gonna put it back there. Got the knockdown. Does? Yo, keep standing up for me. I'm going to get this shatter. Positive bonus for Bean here with a perfect health bar to boot right now. So this is a great position for Bean. But backing off entirely. Did you forget the positive bonus was for you? It's not for Red Ditto. And now Bean's in trouble. Explosion. No, shattered quite yet. Lost sword. Dead. What a throw. Red RC, not like this. I mean, Bean. Wow.
Yeah. You know, the throw scaling definitely hurts on, but finds the counter hit with the bar slash early on. The burst, unfortunately, a little too high. Red Ditto staying away, allowing them to take it 2-0. You know, it's always hard to burst in those situations. It's always hard.
It's hard to burst, but wow, like Bean had the offensive advantage, had the meter resources there, and I'd love to see, you know, some chase up low profile attempts here. I get the hesitancy, right? Because all it takes, again, like very much like we've seen it in early on Guilty Gear Strive, that mid range and the damage that Ramathal is capable of being able to challenge him is definitely terrifying. But Leo has a great 6B that can kind of go through a lot of that stuff. Even throwing Fireball game might help, but to sit there and let your positive bonus run out, PRC attempt here, trying to chase down again, does get a throw.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough situation. You can see those throws just whiffing right at the tip of the range, but you know, finding that opportunity, still getting those hits. H-Boom Oki now forcing Red Ditto to block and use the meter for the resources. Finds a 5K, but isn't able to get it. Allows Red Ditto to jump out, gets the counter hit 2H in the corner. It's going to be huge damage coming through. Not enough for the super.
Like just turned it around off of one interaction. BRC, great 6D attempt. Unfortunately, get challenged in mid-range. Great dash up throw from Bean. Barely getting it out of there by the skin of their teeth.
Yep, the first hit of Daro missing right there allowed Bean to find that opportunity to squeeze in and take around. Just trying to use those pressure opportunities. Finds a throw in the middle of Red Ditto's turn, forcing them burst out now. But Red Ditto finds a throw once again. DP's out, no safe jump there versus Leo. Uses the back turn mix and gets thrown there, bringing him into the corner. 214S to take that round. And now Bean's got a point on the board. They're not out just yet. Sitting at 2-1, but Red Ditto still only needs 2 games to take this.
Yeah, Bean definitely just danced right in front of Red Ditto with a little bit of the thunder and then struck with some lightning out there. Wasn't ready for it. I was too caught up on the quick footwork.
Yep. You know, we are in inclement weather, but Bean's definitely trying to shake things up a little bit more, keep those meteorologists on their toes.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like you get some of the shades of the Chip player, right? Because Bean's movement with Chip in general was absolutely insane to watch. It was a real treat. Definitely check out those previous series even. I'm sure there's some fresh cut clips with Bean featured in it. But you know, Bean being able to kind of put on that same mixing style with Leo is definitely going to be really scary. Red RC keeping the pressure going, trying to force this FD. I feel like in this push towards the east side of the corner.
Burst out now, though, forcing the FD for Red Ditto, finds the opportunity to throw them in that mix. And now we get sword corner pressure, but dashes out of it. PRC from Red Ditto trying to reset it, but we're just going to bring it back to the other side of the screen. TP hits. This is great for Bean. Mix once again gets hit high this time.
And tries to chase with back turn S, and look at the far-reaching jump S from Red Ditto. PRC to block, and still heavy fireball coming through. Dash up 2K. That's a trade in favor of Bean right there.
Yeah, this is definitely putting Bean on the board and forcing Red Ditto to make some serious changes to their game plan. And you can see that right now, but Bean found that DB opportunity once again, deciding, okay, I need to go a little bit more crazy on here. I can't just let Red Ditto walk all over me in this game. And they're finding right there 5K, 6K hits, but no full follow-up. Mix once again forces the gold burst out from Red Ditto, though. Throw into the corner. This is a great situation.
Called out the Mortal Bato with the wait, no, excuse me. I got mixed on that reverse super. My bad.
Yep, that was the Leo Berserker slash super coming out, and now using the Mortal Bato to wall break and allowing Red Ditto to stay on board, putting them at match point.
Yeah, I saw the explosion for the sword. I was like, I can't believe Red Ditto just Mortal Batoed there, but it was B coming out of the explosion. Cool guys, don't look at the explosion, says Leo. But being carried to this corner is going to be devastating here if you can't get out. And Bean successfully finds that way out. Nice dash through, but going to get challenged again by the far slash. throw, Red Ditto.
Those instant blocks coming out perfectly against the Leo. The whip throw PRC coming from both players. And now just trying to find those trades, but these are going to be going into Red Ditto's favor. Right now, nice instant block on that 5K right there, preventing a lot of pressure. Throw tech from both players, just trying to find an opportunity in this scramble situation. Yeah. And it's definitely favored towards Red Ditto there. Throws it back into the corner, allowing Red Ditto to take it 3-1 to move on through the loser's bracket.
Yeah, I mean, what a rough showing right there. It just seemed like Bean was definitely letting just Red Ditto play their game and remain in that groove. There was no uncomfortability for Red Ditto. Red Ditto kind of continued to play their plan, and Bean had that one game, right, of just being really aggressive and really playing like that kind of style that we're used to with like Leo aggression in general, but also with a little bit of Bean flair on top of that. I'm really curious if, you know, like we're trying something new, or if, you know, like you said at the top of it, right, if you're gonna play a mix-up character, you may as well play one of the best ones in the game that aren't gonna get blown up after one hit. So very interesting play. I'm looking forward to see more from Bean at another Weds Night Fight. We'll have to check that out later, but in the meantime, we do have our winners for last week's fresh cut clips. Let's take a look at those.
Uses the fireball to get over the 6-8. What about the stun? Oh, that was sexy.
Going for the low. Oh, it's gonna kill. Yeah, you're done.
What's your damage off that? Oh my god.
You were so good.
To safety, didn't get stunned for it, but still not looking good.
Got caught again. Oh, you guys deal with the mix. Oh no, which way to block? Oh, Miro's not gonna be shift. Oh, he got baited again. Yo,
Jot knew. This one. He understands the tendency.
Yo,
He's not going to let her play, just like you said.
All three winners are gonna come from this set on the fresh.
With each throw. He's finally out, but at what cost?
Oh, okay, Samurai!
XSK special.
Okay. Showing some action. Oh yeah, that's unsafe. That's unsafe.
We've got one more reset for, or is gonna go straight into super.
Oh, he got the beat
punish!
Oh, that is gonna go on the fresh cut clips. That somebody's gonna clip that.
Oh my god, that was so. I'm gonna.
I tell you what, that was the Luke clip that I saw going around on Twitter, wasn't it? Where somebody got a little bit upset about a dash up EXDP, huh? That one made the rounds for sure. And I tell you, Luke is definitely, you know, if Luke is going to be the face of Street Fighter 6, I want to see more of those clips coming out. Definitely feel free to participate and get some fantastic clips from tonight's competition. You can submit the best clip of the night for a chance to win a free subscription to Level Up Live's channel, and 3 winners will be announced throughout the week. That'll be next week as well, so we'll see you right here with those winners of those subscriptions. So congratulations. If your clip was chosen tonight, you get a glorious subscription to Level Up Live. Enjoy those emotes and enjoy the rest of these games in this Guilty Gear Strive Top 8.
Absolutely, yeah, and we've had a lot of good moments already that I can be seeing thrown onto those clips, and hopefully we'll see some more good ones coming through here. But we're gonna have a good match coming up through right here, I think, with these two players of Stealthy and Razzo, or Razzo and Stealthy to be more specific, in the 5K, 6K right at the round start. Joe and Razzo saying they don't have any time for patience in this matchup. Forces the block on the back turn H, but still finds an opportunity to trade, putting Razzo in a great situation, but Stealthy just gets to play that full screen now. DP's hit right at the dash up, but throws out of the pressure. DP's once again with an RC though. Throw out of it this time. Razzo finding that opportunity, but Stealthy not dead just yet, but it gets clipped low right at the end.
Yeah, just have one opportunity to get Razzo off of them, and Stealthy, you know, found it in a very lucky moment right there. I think Razzo was coming up for the same idea as well too, and Stealthy's quicker on the trigger there. Nice, capitalizing on back turn turbulence, whiffing entirely. and already pushed right back to the corner. The pressure is just relentless here. But this full screen situation is definitely another great spot for, a great spot for Stealthy, but that PRC whipping the jump HS entirely himself. Looking good.
And the throw whipping again, just right there in the situation, allowing the counter hit JH. And they found that opportunity in the mix once again. Back turn super coming out to just quickly clean it up. And that's a quick 1-0 for Razzo right there in these games. Not even giving us a chance to breathe and talk about how much of these players have gone back and forth between each other. You know, I feel like almost every week I see Razzo and Stealthy play each other at some point in the bracket.
Yeah, no, that is very true. Like, these two regulars have definitely gone toe-to-toe before, and Stealthy has made exceptional runs several times at Weds Night Fights here, but this is definitely one matchup to be worried about there, because we saw that full screen situation play great for Stealthy, but Razzo still able to find a way in, and that's going to be the key factor here. Try to get out of this corner. Good luck, Stealthy, finding the throw. Great job, and even the jump in as well. He's going to get blocked out. First out.
Yeah, just doing a great job of checking everything as Stealthy is doing. Has almost a bit of a download. Finds the opportunity to go into juggle combos right there with the back turn super. Razzo going for the optimals in this bracket, saying, I'm not risking anything to the Axel player. Tries to go for a tick throw, but YRC's out of it. Trying to jump through, not having it, but trade at the very end into their favor with that 5P.
I tell you, Razzo's been spending time with the Harlem Globetrotters right there. That was absolutely ridiculous. Off the wall. Look here, Cheto, I need to have a conversation. You need to stop showing all this Leo tech out here, bouncing people everywhere with some crazy malarkey going on.
Tries to DP out of the Renson right there, but just misses it at the end. Throws back into the mid screen. It throws once again back into mid screen. Are we going to throw coast to coast? Nope, goes for the JH this time. Tries to air, but Razzo's just blocking it. Finds the close slash as a punish right there to show that they're not done with this game just yet, and trying to show that this is still Axel favored on paper, but it might be Razzo favored in the player matchup. Finds the counter hit 6K right there. And once again,
wall we go. You know, 50% health already gone there, and Razzo still bobbing and weaving their way in, and I'm really digging these flash kicks to avoid Renset entirely, because you're still making that forward approach, making Renset just whiff entirely, and that recovery lasting longer.
You do have to be careful though. You can still get hit with that command grab if you're not paying attention with it though, but Stealthy not one to mix it up too much, and as I say it once again, just happens right now, forces the burst out though, so not even needing to worry about the one vision cancel, allowing Stealthy to take that one. And things might be going towards their favor, but once again, it's that Razzo X factor that you always have to be worried for. And
it's sitting there in the corner waiting, you know. Just like,
it's holding down back. It's ready to just flash kick out of there at any moment.
You know, at some point, this has been fun. You've put on a show. Now I need to activate my Pentium Core 7000.
Gotta overclock it, switch it in turbo drive, get that liquid cooling going, and make my mix unreactable almost to some players.
Well, we'll see how Stealthy can kind of sneak their way through the rest of the match here. 2K2D is gonna whip. Now we got that pushback. Again, flash kick coming through on Renset. Slash, nice.
Just really controlling the pace of this game a lot more, and but finding that 5K right at the end there. Tries to go for a jump to bait the reversal super, and Stealthy wasn't having it, but they are getting hit with that overhead, and just backing off, thinking that burst is going to come out, but gets the parry on the JH with the back turn super, goes for a wall break. That's big damage coming through, and Stealthy's got to just hold block right here. Just going for those 2Ps to try to get Stealthy to do anything, but they're not having it, finding the throw at the very end.
Right, knocking at the door once again. Razzo going for the throw into back turn stance, caught the ankles, great burst. I think a jump D was about to come through, but still Stealthy trying to chip away here. And again, Harlem Globetrotters theme, do your thing.
But misses the guard point cancel right at the very end, so Stealthy's got a great opportunity to take this back. Axel Bomber coming through, and already bringing these life levels a lot closer, just trying to stay away, switch inside to the more comfortable one. PRC running through, nice backdash over there on the back turn H, just at that max range.
Tries to close the gap and does succeed, but 2K2D, one more sneeze will do it here for Stealthy to try to tie things up. It does get it. Great 5P. Snipe out of the sky. Stay alive this round. Razzo with a burst available. Gonna spend it right away too. Spin cycle was not the savior here that Stealthy was looking for. The flash kick challenge 2-8.
Yeah, gets the parry on the 5K mash, knowing Stealthy loves to find that opportunity right there. Same with the meter though for the wall break, not wanting to go with the super, just trying to keep that mix going, and Stealthy burning theirs early on, trying to find anything. Uses the 2H that that flash kick was just a little too close, so they were able to get the counter hit punish on it.
Great interrupt. Okay, Stealthy is definitely looking real strong right now. Going for the Berserker Barrage, has the ability to cancel, wants to push into this corner, and a great option for sure from Razzo. Trying to check. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, not gonna work out here. Just one more touch to do it. Try to go for the 2D. Not like this. Burst out of the corner. Stealthy gonna fight for the lives. Sneaks in a throw. What a victory right there in that corner situation. The tension was real, and Stealthy got the scoop and is able to advance. It's 2-1 right now. One more game for Stealthy to advance on. But Razzo, again, it closes the gap ever closer against Stealthy.
Yeah, and this is one of those, you know, Stealthy knocking out Razzo here means it means a lot more even for the rest of this bracket, because that's now a weight off of a ton of people's shoulders of, I don't have to deal with Razzo anymore. So if Stealthy can do this, this could definitely shake up the entire pacing of the game, and you can see it really early on with that right in the round start with the 2K2D and just forcing Stealthy to block. Gets tick thrown out of there.
This is that X factor we were talking about. The parry coming through. We're definitely getting the download, right? We're used to a lot of these tendencies at this point. Razzo is definitely going to try to make that adjustment here and really just kind of make Stealthy pay for the usual suspect moves like that. You're getting out of the corner with the 2K2D. I know the timing. I've conditioned you this far into the round. I know what your next interaction is going to be, so Stealthy's got to change things up again.
Yeah, the delayed burst right there. Razzo trying to JD for it, but didn't have it. Found the optimal JD loop timing right there to get max damage going through. Early BRC, you know, Stealthy, it doesn't look like they're making those adjustments. This game plan's very similar, but finds the ability to use that rainwater to back out, brings it all the way to full screen, and now just using those Renson follow-ups a little bit more aggressively, trying to force Razzo into a situation where they're a little more comfortable. The slow BRC allowing them to throw the cross-up right there, and now we get Axel Bomber loops in the corner. The Razzo not dead just yet. The
Serious! Stealthy in trouble. Jump D comes through. The air throw gets the kill, and oh my god. You hate to see it. If you weren't committed to the windmill, it would have. That would have been your round.
That would have been your round. That would have been your game almost. That would have been everything you needed to take this forward. But Razzo's got that momentum shift, and you know, I'd be thinking about that, taking a little break between that game, because that was that scramble at the end was. Well,
it's got to be like water on a duck's back at this point, right? You just got to keep pressing forward, put it behind you. This is a new round, new game, new resources here. And bursting immediately to spend it. As you try to slide out of this corner, this is in trouble here.
And Razzo's definitely pressing forward as well, closing that gap ever so against Stealthy. Finding those opportunities, gets a hit with 5K, but no follow-up on there. Throw Stealthy back into the corner. Now we're gonna get that wall bounce combo. There's gonna be some big damage coming through, but not dead just yet. Still with 50 meter. Stealthy just walking back, trying to use those air normals comfortable with, but Razzo has the read. Air throws them out of there, putting them on the game point right now.
Bursting right away here. Razzo trying to wrap this up real quick. Great throw into the corner for Stealthy here. Trying to keep the pressure, trying to keep Razzo from moving the slash. We saw the dust tap coming through, and that could have been really scary.
Yeah, definitely, you know.
Oh no! Oh! Dropped the Tiger Knee, Axel Bomber.
Now this is Razzo's time, puts them in the mix in the corner. Blocks the plus range, but jumps the bomber at the last minute, but still finds that 5k, 6k. Delay the RC to bait the burst, but Stealthy's ready to delay it even longer.
It's shattered through the wall. At least we're out of the corner this time, but heavy fireball to stop everything in its tracks. Nice to knock down full screen situation again. Has resources available. Razzo with positive, so goes for the purple to backtrip. Wonderful sequence here from Stealthy to stay alive on the round.
Yeah, definitely felt like they were prepared for that situation to come through, and Razzo wasn't though. Burst economy is definitely going into Razzo's favor towards the end here, so they might find themselves an opportunity to gain a lot of meter, forcing that burst early on to keep Stealthy in the corner. Stealthy now having to burn all those Reeses just to keep Razzo from pressuring too much, but throws him in there. It's a great start for them. Backdash, throw the air jump and attempt. Now Razzo is 50 meters.
I love the conservative use of FD in that corner situation, just getting the exact amount that we need to push back. Stealthy finding a mid-screen position, has a nice life leak, great close slash, there's the blue drift into Tiger Knee. We are not dropping this loop. 3 of them back to back. Razzo is down. Stealthy coming out 3-2 to advance into loser semis tonight's Wednesday Night Fights, the first series qualifier for season 2, and what a show that last interaction was. I'm almost speechless for these last matches were, you know, as I was saying earlier, Stealthy didn't feel like they were adapting too much, but it was those last couple sequences right at the end, just switch flip. Stealthy 2.0 came out right there, was able to just easily clean up those rounds, getting all the scramble situations to be read right exactly how they need to. It definitely was a great execution choice onto them to switch over into whatever that game plan ended up being towards the very end with all the layers they had. You know, sometimes we get put into a do or die situation. That's when some of the best decision making and execution you have comes out, and that really showed there in that last second. I can't believe it. That 3 axle bombers in one combo to pick up all the way to the corner and get the shatter and wrap things up. Red Ditto, Flash Metroid out here, and this is going to be one to check out too. You know, great matchup between Kai and Ramlethal here. I mean, obviously, Red Ditto is definitely going to have the damage, and Flash definitely has the neutral capabilities here. Kai, there we go.
Early 6P now, just using those stun edges, trying to get shock state to allow Flash to create a situation that leads them into their favor, but Red Ditto's not having it, using those sword projectiles of their own to keep Flash Metroid in the corner, finds the stun edge right there, and gets a full combo back in the mid-screen. Charge stun edge coming out to force Red Ditto from blocking, but keeps finding those hits to DP for the wall break to guarantee that game right there.
Good round there for Flash Metroid here, but Daro series, yep. Okay, nice push back there. Clock does succeed, and we have shock state again. And just like we saw the first time here with Flash Metroid, not relenting on the offense at all, no matter which direction. Flash is on top of it. Push back, jump out of the corner, great opportunity there, but Red Ditto still chasing, got the throw. Great just block from Flash, able to get that spacing away from the corner situation, but ran right into a far slash from Red Ditto.
Yeah, this is going to be a great opportunity from Red Ditto, using that meter to bring him all the way from coast to coast into the corner and guarantees the kill right there. You know, this is definitely going to be one of those games I think keeps going back and forth. The early JP's trying to catch anything from Flash of mashing in the air, but they're not having it, just playing that good old Ram strike throw pressure right now. The DP's blocks. This could be a great counter hit starter to bring them all the way into the corner. Sword juggle at the end. Moribato for the wall break. This is huge damage, but Flash isn't dead just yet. They've got a little bit of life and almost 50 meter on a dream, but it's not going to matter when the next reverse super comes out to clean up that round, allowing Red Ditto to take it 1-0.
It's that damage from Red Ditto once again that really does pay off, and you know, big gamble on that Vapor Thrust. I guess we were trying to check for a Rekka series there as well. And, you know, I like the 6P start, right, to kind of check that neutral game. You know, low profiling Ramlethal is definitely like a good check tool, especially in those mid ranges, because she can't just slash you for free You know, especially even with the stun dipper too, being able to close those gaps. You got to be able to throw those representations out. And I still like, you know, Flash Gnosis, right? We saw it earlier. Stun Edge at full screen was great because it interrupted the throw of sword as well. So see how this next round goes. Caught in the corner once again.
Morobato already coming out, dealing that big damage. This is, you know, a classic Ramlethal game coming through. Already pushed to the corner. He gets the air throw on the attempted jump out of the sword pressure. And just quickly cleaning it up, you know. Flash Metroid really needs to find those opportunities where they can get that aggression early on. Use that 6B to try to bait a big button attempt right at the get-go, but Red Ditto's not having it, but counter hit far slash in the air, allowing a full juggle for a good old 55% right there.
Yeah, that was a really good round start for Flash Metroid. Definitely a solid option, but unfortunately wasn't able to catch it. Flash definitely in control right now. Will get a shatter. Get that positive bonus. Continuing onward here, but gotta watch out. We see. Oh, never mind. Hold on. You put your hand into the cookie jar. Ah, you didn't have dinner yet.
Didn't ask for permission. That jar just slapped right on top of your hand right there. Stunnage coming out, providing shock state to find an opportunity, but Red Ditto finds the clean counter hit right there, bringing them all the way into the corner, about 40% without even touching the wall just yet. This is a great opportunity, bringing them back to the mid-screen, forces a burst out there from Red Ditto right there.
Wow, cheeky. Got the jump slash, dash up throw as well too. Nice 2H with a follow-up charge, stun edge, finishing things off with a vapor thrust. A fantastic conversion there for Flash in the corner.
Yeah, just using that stun edge in that situation, actually providing that last little bit of juggle, allowing the DP to hit out right there, just allowing Flash to clean up that round to, you know, keep their tournament dream alive. Right. And it's definitely a great start for that. They need to keep that aggression moving forward, and Red Ditto needs to find a way to stop it. Ram definitely has those options, but it's can you stop the aggression of especially someone like Flash Metroid?
Yeah, definitely. It is so interesting to see this just complete overwhelming aggression from Flash Metroid's Kai, and I think it's a right call against Red Ditto because it's forcing Red to spend a lot of that tension almost immediately to try to get out of the corner. No reversal opportunities either, so we have to check with like our 2Ps. We're seeing some 6P checks there, and again, stun edge shutting down the sword throw as well. They got the Flash here. Nice frame. Got the throw.
Goes for the JH safe jump right there, trying to get Red Ditto to do something risky, but forces an RC after the block. Air block 6Hs is not a great situation to be in. Sword juggles in the corner though, but not dead just yet. Flash still alive with the hope of a dream 50 meter. See if they can make something out of it. Stun edge under the pressure. Run all the way to the corner, but doesn't get the full follow-up. BRC out to get the throw, allowing Red Ditto to take that one. Just the drop right at the very end is super unfortunate for Flash Metroid.
I wonder if we would have done Stun Dipper into Ride the Lightning. Would we have been close enough for that shatter? I appreciate the carry into the corner, but we gotta keep playing that hacky sack game. Should have been able to finish it. And now look at this bounce off the wall again. Flash gonna get blasted. Oh, wait a minute! Able to get the recovery, and the Chicago punish coming through. Flash gonna hold on to this corner.
Yep, the whiffed air throw into the ground throw right there is a very, you know, had all the timing in the world to do what they wanted, and is able to now find themselves back into the corner, but Red Ditto gets a nice hit, forces the PRC to bring them back to mid-screen. The counter hit bar slash fell, allowing Red Ditto to take it 2-1. You know, Flash, they just keep finding those opportunities, they keep getting themselves into those opportunities, and just one slip up comes in, and Red Ditto's immediately capitalizing on it, ready and prepared for any of that to come through, and has just been able to take these couple of games. But, you know, as we saw with that second one, if Flash Metroid is able to get their pace, get on going, they can, you know, tear through what Red Ditto's defense is for in this matchup.
Yeah, it's such a shame too, like especially going for Foudre arc in a mid-range when Ramlethal could certainly challenge it. The dash up throw, the Kai special being used against you, my goodness, puts you into the corner for a shatter and immediate positive bonus. Not a good look. Life is down. Has to try to make some sort of interaction happen without any resources except for burst, and now it's gone too.
Forces the burst out from Red Ditto, though. This could be good for future games if Flash Metroid's able to find an opportunity, but gets hit with the charge dust, and Red Ditto's going to use that to cleanly take that round, putting themselves on game point. Flash has got a big hill to climb up, but we've seen it before, and I think we can see it again. But Red Ditto's putting those stop signs up. It's under construction. No trespassing through here. Ooh, what a mix right there.
Yep. And Flash really trying to go right back at you with that charge dust. Hit me, I'll hit you right with it. And Red Ditto's onto this one. WNF2022 coming through. Great interrupt there. Direct Clack coming through, able to carry to the East Coast. Okay.
Using those kicklets. Oh, but the JH finding the air hit right there. You know, not getting the full follow-up though. Red Ditto still with a now 50 meter and is able to use it to break the wall, kill the Flash Metroid, and take it 3-1.
Gosh, and what a it's a tough matchup for sure. That, like, again, Ramethal has the beefier damage in comparison to Kai, but Kai does have the jail out tech, especially when putting you into the corner, keeping shock state pressure on. But the moment resources are available for Ramethal, that becomes a completely different game. And in a lot of these interactions, it's really, like, kind of strange because it's so, like, Kai can challenge those mid ranges. You want to see some 6Ps, you want to see stun dippers, but those are going to be like hard reads. And Kai's far slash just does not reach far enough. But you can actually get pretty close if you go into the match arena real quick and use up those codes that are in there. There's only 20 left. It'd be really cool if y'all just checked it out, click the codes. It's easy. You just log in, claim code, and you're done. There are some quests on the side as well. You can add additional money to the pot. That would be greatly appreciated. It does a great deal of awesomeness for the players and awesomeness for level up. So definitely take advantage of those free codes and use them up while you still can.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, it's Match-Rito's been one of those things that's helped everybody out in the FGC, especially over this this pandemic. And you can even see majors are using it now, like Texas Showdown. They have Match Arena set up for all their events and stuff. So definitely make sure to claim those codes so you can be extra familiar with this website, because you're going to be seeing it for a long time, I feel.
Yeah, they've definitely done a great job, right, partnering with the FGC and really helping out to build out these prize pools for players, especially during the pandemic as well. Like you said, like that's been a big boon for us out here to kind of keep adding a little additional incentive for competing out there as well. It also gets great content creators out there too. So if you're even just spectating the event and maybe you want to get to know another one of the players, you might want to check out the additional quests that are there. You'll put money in the pot, you'll get linked to their content on a regular basis as well. And then that opens the door for many other players to come through. Tweet it out if you've already used the free code. Greatly appreciate that too. So next up, I think we're gonna have
Umisho
Don. Yeah. So here we go. We got our Happy Chaos coming back up against Eno. And this one is going to be interesting to see because Eno can't just stroke underneath bullets. Bullets will catch you.
Yep. You can't low profile a gun, but you can start with a nice 2K into the chemical love and get a nice hit. Air throws them into the corner already. But, you know, Umisho finding that early gun pressure, throwing them back in the corner themselves. This is going to be a hard situation for Eno to get through. Another big thing as well as Clone. You just throw that out and that stops stroke all in itself.
Right? Yeah,
this
is at the cost of just a little bit of health right there. And when you're at a life lead anyway, don't get caught in the sky. Like, this big spatter's even worse for Eno because Eno's unique dash, where you're at.
Concentration ran out just at a moment, but is able to find that shot after the clone toss. You know, this is actually potentially good for Dawn. Not out of, you know, that round was pretty much impossible to come back from, but, you know, making these rounds take a little bit longer, forcing Dawn to use that execution and wearing them out potentially, getting them tired so they can find those opportunities where they mess up and swinging to get through. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen in this first round. Deus Ex Machina at the wall. No wall break though. Must not have been enough damage right there.
Damage, not close enough, and Don is finding that they're close enough for a throw right now, and corner situation here, but we're out of it. Great find from Umisho. First, I mean, it's the attempt that counts, honestly. Don't die with first, and leave it all out there while you can.
You use it or lose it. Make your opponent even think about that you even have that option on the table.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is definitely one of those hard matchups, just because of the unique dash that Eno has. Like, again, you don't want to get caught out of the sky against Happy Chaos, and well, that's what Eno does. What is Eno going to do? Walk? Does anyone actually walk in this game? Wait a minute.
Only on Oki, trying to create some weird mixed up timings with some strike throw, but finding the counter hit JH, but the burst coming out early for Umisho, putting themselves in a great situation. Curse applied, steady aim with the clone out there. Reload's not able to get a full hit. Yeah, and just walking away from that chemical love. This is, incredibly hard for Dawn to do, but finding those opportunities to dash forward when they can.
Rough burst right there, gonna get you caught out of the skies with a fully loaded mag and a whole drip of concentration. That's a tall order. And again, like, it's this dash up game that you have to kind of work on. You gotta do your dashes, you gotta make sure you're blocking as Happy Chaos is shooting. It's easier said than done. It's just so difficult to make that approach.
Yeah, you do sometimes have meter that makes it a little bit easier with faultless defense,
right.
But you don't always have that, and especially in a situation where you get clipped like this. Deus Ex Machina at the wall, big damage, gets the reload, but it's a little low in concentration, so it's gonna have to charge right there. So not too scary, but in this matchup, it's always a little difficult. BRC gets the JH hit, and now gets a counter hit back into the corner. This is Dawn's chance to turn this game into their favor, but air dash BRC back. The melty blood rigs coming out.
Right? Okay, and once again, we're playing Time Crisis all over again. Nice stroke. Should be able to get enough to get the kill, and does. After one more mix, I thought for sure we were going to get that shatter, but wasn't enough there. And Dawn finally getting around here. Psycho Crusher's in, closing the gap, but here we are once again. We're playing the block game, cloned up.
Already closed the gap, but then already brought it back to the screen. Finds one good hit to get a reload and some concentration back. So Dawn's gonna have to continue to work hard out of resources. Concentration super coming out though. This is definitely not a good situation. Choosing to get hit, allowing Umisho to get the full reload on 6 bullets. It's one of those, it's a Disney Channel comeback story at this point. They got to find that opportunity. They got to get the golden baseball bat to find their way to swing through, but Umisho's not having it, just keeping those shots down left and right. Concentration super coming out. Tries to hit with a close slash and a gold burst coming out. Umisho trying to style on a little bit, just running away. Finally gets a stroke right there.
Interesting goal burst attempt right there in the corner. Umisho feeling really confident right now. Goes for walk-up command and still misses. Oh dear. Okay, well, that was an interesting little last moment right there for both players. But again, we got to wait for Zac Efron to show up and sing at work, and trying to sing about how he's going to make it back to what was the High School Musical 2 about? Going to prom or something, or going to college? I don't know.
Something like that. But I know Don's gonna have to bet on a lot of very gamble heavy situations to try to close this out, as Umisho is up 2-0. And this is, as we've been saying, it's a rough matchup. But if anybody can get it right now, Don would be one of those people that we've almost seen, but Umisho decided that they are done with playing with their food and are just going to now do the big damage with the big shots, coming out looking crisp and clean in this game.
Yeah, I mean, the resource management from Umisho is substantial. There are no opportunities really for Dawn to close these gaps. It's going to be about FD just blocking, and yeah, that's a really tough thing to execute. Okay, but thanks to Umisho coming in, Dawn is able to get this mix here. Got the Psycho Crusher.
Yeah, getting hit out of the tactical roll is not exactly what you want to do right at the start, but finds that 6P to knock them out, and now we're back in the full screen. Has to reload though, doesn't have the bullets to keep the big damage coming through, but they found that opportunity to reload. Almost out of concentration though, using the super to immediately refill. Now Dawn's just got to play very carefully, and took a bit of a risk right there and got punished for it.
Hitfire did connect out of the sky there. Goes for the burst and does work out by the looks of it. Caught low. Pushed through the corner pressure. YRC. And now it's Umisho's turn. Caught the roll through. Umisho 3-0 over Don.
Yeah,
it is again, we keep saying it's a tough matchup for Ino, and especially to, like, she has to FD just block, and that is so difficult to do with the type of momentum that Ino has, and just how quickly Happy Chaos is tough to do for darn near any character. You might have a slight easier time when you, like I said earlier at the top of this, if you use like Leo, or if you use Giovanna, their unique dashes can kind of help out a little bit, and even still attempt another strong character to use against Happy Chaos. But Red Ditto and Stealthy here, and losers semis.
Yeah, this is this is it's Stealthy's chance to really put a name for himself. Like, you normally don't see him actually get this far into it, so, but also you don't normally see Red Ditto making these top 8s, at least as of recently. So both these players have a lot to prove in the loser side. You can see early on they are both fighting for their lives. Gets the counter to the third Rekka, forcing the burst out for Stealthy. RC after the 6H to continue the pressure, but Stealthy finds that option to bring it back full screen.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful jump HS there. Goes for the 5-key interrupt after dashing forward from the sword explosion. And Stealthy is definitely maintaining control. Windmill, OTG. Stealthy putting on a clinic right now.
Yep, realizing that, this is Ramlethal. This isn't the characters you're used to fighting. You got to be a lot more aggressive than what Stealthy normally likes to do. You can see that already, using those close /5H frame traps, using the 6Hs to create opportunities, but is able to find the bomber loop start, forcing a burst out for Red Ditto already super early on in this round 2.
Yep, push back into the corner. Have to try to, I like the step forward a little bit there to kind of push out and ruin a bit of Stealthy's corner set play here. But Mortobato does come through, and the opening just keeps prying wider and wider for Red Ditto here, and able to take the round.
It goes for the run-up throw, but Red Ditto was ready, immediately techs out of it. And now it's Red Ditto's time to corner pressure. Stealthy finds an opportunity with the instant block. He's able to throw Red Ditto out, but Red Ditto uses those instant blocks of their own, pushing Stealthy, turning this back into their favor. Stealthy at max red right now on their risk gauge. One hit, and they're going to drink that entire glass of fruit punch and get blown up for it into the corner, forcing the burst out right there, but just chucked right back into it.
Yeah, I mean, jailed out completely with that jump peak, cranking the risk, and still Stealthy paying the price. And get top of this. Oh, with throw. Wait a minute. All right, this is an opportunity for Stealthy. Positive bonus is building up still for Red Ditto, but having to use FD is a big deal right now for Stealthy. Definitely capitalizing 50% chance to fail with ERC. And there's the falling buttons from Red Ditto to check anything that Stealthy attempted to throw into that world of hurt.
Yeah, the falling scissor slash is always so hard to deal with for a lot of characters, and when you find yourself in the air, you're in you've accidentally found yourself into a bad situation. But we've seen Stealthy already make those very quick adaptations early on to be the beatdown, so to speak. Right. But Red Ditto has also just decided, no, I'm gonna do it. It's my turn. I'm the one who gets to be aggressive. And Stealthy doesn't seem like they're ready to shift back into that defensive role, because they know Red Ditto's just being, very hyper aggressive with these long range disjointed normals.
Let's just see here how Stealthy kind of changes the pace, trying to maintain that mid-screen positioning here. Stealthy bursting out, still trying to hold on to it. But Red Ditto, relentless and closing in, holds on to the swords there. Nice jump HS uses. Actually, Aqua Bomber snuck in there to get that momentum PRC.
Yeah, it was a great execution moment right there from Stealthy, just having to hit all those buttons to get themselves full screen, but Red Ditto already brought him back to the West Coast, trying to find an opportunity to get out of there, but the 6H OTG after the throw will allow Red Ditto to take it, just showing their how prepared they are for this matchup. Finding those clean hits into the Rekka series, sword pressure once again. Can Stealthy find a way out? And they do.
A good 5K to keep checking Stealthy into that corner here. Stealthy reaching a little bit too far for the anti-air attempt. 2H comes through, and wow, great checks from Stealthy, but the offensive burst here from Red Ditto is going to hold his corner. Explosion poised and ready. And Stealthy caught in a bad situation. Great blue drift, though, to get out. That's bad. Series again, and reversal super gets blocked. Big opportunity. I mean, that risk was great. And if Stealthy had pressed a button in that position, it would be immediate death.
Yep, just absolutely.
A bad bet on Red Ditto's side. That's
yeah, it definitely wasn't, but Stealthy knew any press right there led to certain deaths, so they were just ready to dash walk their way to victory. And you can see Red Ditto now just having to keep on that pressure even more than they were before. Throw tech out of the sword pressure, but Stealthy finds that hit, and now it's Red Ditto's turn to sit in the corner.
Nice. Anti-air calls out the jump H2. So that's a great counter. Able to get those Axle Bombers through and a rip of damage. One more touch. Stealthy is in a good spot. BRC, though, you know the classic's on the way. Rembo about to run up.
BRC immediately as well right there, but finds themselves a hit into the corner to juggle it out, but Stealthy still has 50 meter and finds the throw, not even needing to use it, allowing themselves to take that one, bringing it 1-1.
Yeah, great throw in that last situation, staying calm, cool, and collected. 1-1 on the board, like you said, and yes, I do like the play from Stealthy. I think it was just a couple mistakes in that first game that got Stealthy the L in that first one. And you know, again, like Stealthy is still playing their game and is able to kind of adapt back, and like the conversation is happening between these two players. So just
yes,
that's why fighting games are great, right? So okay. Oh. It's bedtime. Stealthy's got school tomorrow, and the parents said, "Look, it's time to go. You've been playing video games way too long."
They just do the quick unplug of the router right there.
But why don't we lose your semis, Dad? Like, come on.
I'll take the garbage out tomorrow. I got loser semis to run through. I swear.
Loser semis aren't taking the trash out right now. Well, hopefully we get Stealthy back in here in a flash. While we have this momentary pause, definitely check out the match arena, please, if you could. Let some codes in there. Last time we talked about there was 20. So 5 of you listen. 5 of you are paying attention. Thank you. I appreciate you 5. 15 more of you could do it too, though. Let's use up those codes. Make sure they're cleared out by the time Grand Finals hits. We'll all be happy here.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, those the codes are definitely something that's if you're not familiar with Matcherino, like, as I feel like we explain a lot about Matcherino, but we don't explain like actually what it is. It's all this money is going directly back to the players right now. So right. With every code you click, everything you get, that all gets added back to this player's pockets at the very end. And you can see right now we've got 14 codes left. So someone else has added to that appreciation list right now. We got 13, and people are using them left and right, and you can be one of those very few if you just go ahead and click that claim code button. And if you want to go ahead and click those quest buttons as well, you can check out some cool other content creators and add even more to the prize spot. Support these players, you know, and support these tournaments, support these scenes from growing on and giving these players more and more reasons to come back.
Absolutely, and there's even some merch you can pick up down there too that adds money to the pot. So feel free to check those out as well. We do have some confirmation here that Stealthy's game just crashed, that's all. And we're back in it. Things happen, little hiccups. Fortunately, the match didn't start at all, so it's not like we skipped anything. That is the time for the game to crash. It's loading into the next game. Maybe close some Chrome tabs before you start up your game, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Or make sure you get OBS turned off, or maybe turn down the Spotify volume a little bit going through. But you know, and it also gave Stealthy a little bit of time to think in there and recollect their thoughts about how they want to play this matchup. And you can see that already go into their favor. Found that early throw right there after a big damage combo going through, but gets counter hit with the very end of the Rekka series. So now Stealthy trying to find an opportunity to close it out, but Red Ditto is just saying no. We're going to keep playing my game. Swords ablaze.
Sword toss. Able to get a great jump out. There's our Axle Bomber boost. And still, Red Ditto close behind to chase it out and push it right back in the corner. 6P. now we're stuck. You gotta play the guessing game. And now Red Ditto going for a lot of lows here. Stealthy caught in those situations. We've been thrown a few times out of there. Red Ditto making that immediate adjustment back. Flash into the corner we go once again. Yeah, because we are recognizing these dash ups as well. I think Stealthy might need to change it up. We have been seeing it, right? The jump outs, the Axel Bombers able to be PRC'd as well. And still the pressure from Red Ditto relentless again.
Forcing a burst right there for Red Ditto to keep Stealthy in the corner just to make sure to clear this game out. PRC after the wreck, a series to keep that pressure going, but gets hit by the sword once again, trying to find that opportunity to jump out. I mean, we all know how much Stealthy loves the air. But Red Ditto has definitely caught wind of that and is set the plane for landing.
Yes, it's time to play a little bit of a ground game here, especially too. You think about the jailing from jump P as well. If Red Ditto does catch you trying to jump out that way, so maybe start fishing for some of these air throw situations. But we do like utilizing that Axel Bomber PRC because it's that free eject button. You know, planes coming down crashing because we've been caught in the sky too many times. Don't worry, I got the eject.
The P and PRC does stand for parachute, so you know, Stealthy able to use that to just get out of those situations. But Red Ditto, I think they finally caught on and they finally figured out a game plan to stop them from doing that and try to see it right there. But Stealthy threads the needle and gets right over it, and I was able to use those great anti-air buttons they have to keep Red Ditto in the corner, dealing big damage.
Tiger knee pick up again too, like wonderful stuff here and a turnaround. Like Stealthy, not skipping a beat, but again we got to try to maintain that lead though if we want to keep going in this bracket. Red Ditto coming on with more aggression. Call out, nice from Stealthy. With the mix.
Ooh. That mix is definitely always gets people, they're not prepared for it, and you know, Red Ditto was saying, like we were saying earlier, Red Ditto wants to play the ground game, but Stealthy has to remind you how good their ground game is as Axel. One vision loop into Bombers, gets the wall break though. Stealthy's still sitting with 50 meter, and Red Ditto has a little bit more to gain before they can start doing too much with it. PRC out of the flip, trying to find something, but gets a hit to bring Stealthy all the way to the corner, but drops it. Stealthy PRC whips a throw, and PRC's trying to create an opportunity to let them just close out this game. Gets hit with the sword right there and is going to bring it to 1-1. Now Red Ditto on a match point, ready to take this one if they can just close out this round, but Stealthy not out of it just yet.
Already in that record series, getting pushed back into the corner, trying to jump H there. And again, sword, I mean, Stealthy, very consistent in being able to escape sword explosion. Great counter hit, pull it back with Brenson and push right back into the corner again. Tries to anti-air with 5 feet. Now we pull right back. Red Ditto in trouble, but still chasing.
It's that grounded game that Red Ditto wanted to play, and Stealthy's definitely feeling it. PRC out to keep that juggle going. He uses the OTG on the 2H to take it, bringing it 2-2. Stealthy ready to swing this one back into their favor, but you know, as we've been seeing, this game's been back and forth every single game. So this next match is, you know, it's anybody's for the taking as long as they make those right couple of reads.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And gosh, it's because Stealthy definitely sneaking through again and able to anti-air, like especially like escaping out of those corner situations, and the conversions have been absolutely phenomenal. It's about finding that spacing in the mid screen, and we saw that, you know, Stealthy was getting caught by some far slashes here, but now Stealthy is getting a little comfortable in that mid screen range, backdashing a lot of those slashes. Oh no, a lot of those slashes from Red Ditto there, but Red Ditto finding a closer position. Great 6-speed Daro series, able to get more Lobato damage on top of it too.
I think the mix as well, forcing Stealthy to block right there. PRC out, uses the close slash, but is unable to get the full follow-up and gets hit right at the end into the sword explosion.
I think that was a misinput on the follow-up right there. We wanted to make that forward approach and still wasn't able to close the gap. So, I mean, these high-pressure situations, you know, sometimes execution starts to falter.
Good mash out of the Daro right there, but, you know, Red Ditto still finding it. PRC back saying, no, this is your corner, you're going to stay in it. But Stealthy's time to block string now, and it's like we've been saying, this has been going consistently back and forth, and if Stealthy can find an opportunity to really take this game to into their favor, it could smell huge. But Red Ditto found those clean hits, but not able to get the full conversion off of it. Throw once again. Safe jumping over and over again, trying to get Stealthy to spend the meter, but it's not going to matter right here with the sword stuck into the wall, allowing Red Ditto to take it 3-2 over Stealthy.
Yeah, and honestly, I gotta commend the patience there on the cross-up. We were getting caught by anti-airs on a lot of these IED cross-ups, and Stealthy able to, you know, kind of pull back a little bit, recognize the situation that they're getting a little too predictable on the cross-ups like that. And that type of adjustment mid-set is so important, especially how fast these games can go. You know, great play from both players, like we've been saying, and Stealthy definitely put on a great show, but Red Ditto as well, capitalizing on these great damaging combos from Ramlethal has definitely been the tail of the tape here. Like, Stealthy was putting on death by 1,000 cuts, but when it only takes like 2 hits to kill, that honestly... Yeah. But we're going right into it here. We're going into losers finals. Don versus Red Ditto. Ramlethal up against Eno, and the winner gets to move on to play against Happy Chaos. What could be better?
They get the pleasure of fighting Umi Show in that grand final situation. We know Dawn definitely wants that run back against it, but Red Ditto also wants to claim themselves to the throne. And you can see it early on, getting the nice far slash counter hit, already bringing Dawn to the corner, trying to mash themselves a way out, but Red Ditto's just keeping that Daro pressure going through and through. Gold Burst coming out from Dawn, stroke low, brings it back mid-screen.
I gotta say, Red Ditto's ability to chase people back into the corner when they think they have that opportunity to escape is just absolutely phenomenal there. Just the quick situational awareness from Red Ditto to hold these corners and still continue the set play. Gonna capitalize and get a kill off of this.
Yep, they're just, they're ready to play this quick and clean. They don't want Dawn even a chance to mix, because, you know, without the meter, gets thrown out of the stroke right there. A good reaction over there from Red Ditto. But once Eno gets their opportunity to mix versus Ram, it can definitely be very hard to get out unless you have that 50 meter. And you can see it right there, just mix looped over and over again, but finds their opportunity to get out of the corner.
Slash and windshield wiper. We got the RC to back it up. We want to push this corner situation again. Threatening a 6P, and Don opting not to go for the dive and going to get scooped up for the trouble there. The hesitancy will catch you. The 6P was a great option right there from Don, but Red Ditto wasn't biting quite yet there. 5K, hold on to the explosives once more. Great
6P out of the sword explosion.
Yeah.
Coming for those JHs, really controlling the space, is able to juggle in the corner, but not able to fully clean it out, and Red Ditto's now going to get a big hit. This is anybody's game, and Red Ditto goes for the throw. Dawn reads it, jumps out, and is able to clear it, bringing this one neck and neck.
Here's again, but already tossing the sword. Okay. 6P right in your face from Dawn. Gold versus plenty of resources.
Dawn's 6Ps have been on point, but that hit right there is going to be a huge lead back into the corner, forcing Red Ditto to block, but they just jump out of that command grab saying, no thank you, I'm good, and Morobato dealing big damage across the wall.
Everybody holding up forward, and that actually cost Dawn everything right there on the attempt to sneak in an overdrive command grab, and Red Ditto absolutely going to take advantage of that one. That's definitely the blunder of the set thus far here, is attempting that corner situation there instead of going for the guaranteed jailing, guaranteed set play. But also too, the scare out of that, Mortobato was the threat. Once again, you had your reversal in your back pocket just in case. So I mean, I don't blame you for that decision, but also that's a big risk.
It's also a good catch them sleeping kind of thing. If they just think you're going to mix them over and over again, they're going to hold block. You just snag them with the command grab, but Red Ditto was ready to fuzzy out and got that jump to escape. But you can see Dawn.
Nice conversion off for an RC Psycho Crusher. Watch your ankles. Gonna go for Slump Oki.
Yeah, you definitely want to just do that. Don't want to go back into mid-screen versus Ramlethal once you've got them in the corner if you can. You can see, yep, Don just going for the 6Ps at round start every time, just trying to catch anything that Red Ditto does, but Red Ditto's playing cautiously, using that 6P of their own to anti-air, bringing Don all the way to the corner already.
Backdashing just enough to get that mid-screen range on these wonderful buttons from Red Ditto, but Don opting for a dive kick out, stroked into the East Coast corner, and the pressure continued. What a 6P. Hello? And the burst? Bye-bye.
Oh,
Got
no.
to send you off into the next section of the stage, into next round.
Yeah, this was once again Red Ditto just consistently bringing their opponents to be neck and neck versus them, but always finding those opportunities to just edge out right at the very end. And you see once again they're going to put themselves in that kind of similar situation with the juggle, keeping the Oki going. No, gets clipped by the sword on the jump. Morobato coming, dealing huge damage. This is potentially a one-touch situation if Red Ditto can get it right, but you know, we've seen Don come out of these situations, but they're not going to come out of that situation, allowing Red Ditto to come up 2-0 right now.
Yeah, that was rough. Got caught on the dash up there, and you know, low profile again. I mean, you are the queen of low profile as Eno. You got your stroke, and I feel like jump up is a great option, but you're also at mid-screen too. I don't know. Risk assessment. You know, I'm probably not the best at judging risk assessment, considering we just saw Don as well though throw out that overdrive super. So I guess, you know, have better unity risk assessment in this matchup right now, because that'll go a long way here. But this even better too. Carry to the corner, 6 feet, keep that pressure. Great.
Yeah, just keeping Red Ditto in the corner, and you can see, you know, Don just automatically switch, using a lot more strokes, trying to low profile any of Red Ditto's pressure, but as soon as they get in the air, that's when Red Ditto finds an opportunity to keep the Staros going, pushes them all the way to the corner. He needs to find themselves an opportunity to get out, but Red Ditto is just playing the backdash. Uses the Morobato, dealing huge damage, but not dead just yet. Red Ditto almost at 50 meters, well, and the throw's gonna do it, putting them to match point now. Don's got a huge uphill battle at this point, but you know, I've seen crazier things happen in these games.
Yeah, Don, oh, there it is, right there. Great stroke to try to punish the sword throw, and you lost your sword for quite some time. Gonna play over to the West Coast, finally getting it back, but is that in time, or is that gonna be in time enough to save you? Red RC, Don, maintaining control, should be able to get the kill, and does. Don just explosive in this round here. Not out of this yet.
Yeah, you can see, but Red Ditto doesn't have to work too hard to get through, as they've only got that one game left. But Don's got a stroke in a dream right now, but Red Ditto finding those Daros hits, bringing them all the way to the corner once again. Just waiting for Red Ditto to do anything. They found that opportunity to 6P out.
Yeah, that 6P was great, expecting a sword throw there. And even though Red Ditto didn't do it, still, again, great risk assessment in that situation for sure. Oh no! Got tossed out of the stroke. We're right back at you, not afraid to throw it again. Do or
These
die
touches have
moment.
been, yep. Oh, and finds the 6P, forcing the burst out, but you're already back in the other corner, trying to just find these trades. But 6P coming through, uses the RC to beta burst, but Don uses it a little bit later and just run up throw to take that, allowing Red Ditto to take this round, moving on to the very end. They've only got one match left. Potentially two if they're able to take that reset versus Umisho, but it's Umisho, you know, that's a fight and a half that you got to get through.
This will be an interesting set. You know, great showing from Don, of course, as well. Especially to, you know, you take chances, and chances make champions. So at that point though, like in the corner situations, like Don at least remained cool, but a lot of, like, you know, the gears were turning right of how to get out of that corner situation, push out. And you know, Red Ditto just again jailing out in that corner situation is tough. Not having a reversal and having Eno's type of dash as well, like getting caught out of explosions like that is going to be tough to really find that situation and get out. So you only do really have your 6P, your jump, or stroke. But Red Ditto going up against Umisho's Happy Chaos, like you said, in this grand finals. Oh, wow.
Yeah, your gears definitely have to be turning in this matchup, and they have to be especially guilty when you're trying to think of a way to win these. And but Umisho is the master of staying calm and staying on the other side of the screen. But Ramlethal is one of those characters that might be able to find an opportunity to push through if they can get those right couple of openings. You can see already, Red Ditto just being super aggressive, and Umisho just walking back and respecting it. But they find that one shot, and they're gonna bring him all the way to the corner, keep that curse applied, and try to just keep them in that full screen gun pressure. Blocks the tap dust, but gets frame trapped regardless.
Yeah, in this situation, if you're the Ramlethal, you want to try to build that 50% tension to have a resource. I can't believe that killed. My God.
That super does so much damage for how just utility it is as well.
Yeah, so once Ramlethal gets that 50% tension, you're super thinking to throw sword ERC, and that should help to interrupt some of these shots. But again, if you get caught in these close range situations, you're going to be FD. You even have the FD block to approach Happy Chaos alone, so it's a tough resource management battle. If you can win it, all the more power to you, especially in these close range situations here. Monobato to try to catch up. Umisho going to reset in a mid-stream situation here, Red Ditto rather, and calls out the YRC. The comeback. Red Ditto.
Red Ditto just needs about 6 more games of those to come through, and everything will be peachy clean for them for the rest of these games. But Umisho is not one to fall that easy, and right now you just see them totally in control once again, keeping the clone out, preventing Ramlethal to get through too much, but finding those hits to create opportunity. Concentration runs out, having to use the concentration super in the corner. There's a lot of bullets left. This is Red Ditto's chance to potentially come through, but forces a burst out.
And honestly, I've not seen Umisho hit fire so much before. This is a lot of just I need you to stay away from me. I need to shoot as fast as I can, and make sure you don't get any funny ideas over there. You flying at me with your giant swords.
Yeah, Umisho is just ready to. They got their finger on that trigger, and they're just pulling it as quickly as possible, saying, "No, thank you. I'm good. You can stay over there." Especially
too, because Red Ditto is able to challenge those mid-screen ranges every time that Umisho feels comfortable throwing out a curse. So that kind of negates that opportunity. Red Ditto will be ready to go for a far slash, get the counter hit, and then try to close the gap after the fact. Even chase with, wait a minute. That could have been a shatter there, or we just didn't want it. Interesting. There's our shatter.
I've seen that situation come up. I think it's something that Happy Chaos players want, because if they try to do anything out of that, they just get shot for it and sent all the way back to the wall. So they get that reload, they get that concentration when they need it, and Umisho needs a reload right now. They have no bullets left. This is Red Ditto's chance to really make a difference in it, but Umisho able to find the throw out of that pressure and saying, I don't even need bullets when I got fists to take care of this. Curse coming out, 6P, already starting gun juggles back into the corner. Gets the concentration focus. It's their turn, just trying to frame trap over and over again, dealing massive chip damage. Concentration super comes out. Red Ditto's gotta, you can't really do anything. You're stuck here. Full fruit punch of a risk gauge coming up right now, trying to do anything. But and as soon as you challenge, get hit, get stuck to the wall, Deus Ex Machina, even if it doesn't kill, reload with 12 shots. Oh my goodness.
No. There was literally nothing Red Ditto could do, huh? You got to be able to throw, right? Or just FD.
You can IB, I think, the 5K there.
Right.
And then I think there you get a throw window or you get a DP window. But then, you saw Red Ditto using that FD, just trying to create that opportunity to keep themselves alive, to force Umisho to mess up. And so they lost the ability to Morabato when they could get an instant block in that situation. So it was a checkmate by the end of it.
Right. So you would have had to IB FD. Is all you had to do in the corner, but okay.
But that's hard to do when they can delay their pressure by 1 or 2 frames, and that's such a tight window with basically no buffer. It's almost impossible to deal with if you're a character that doesn't have a good DP.
That is an unfortunate spot to be in. And you're right, a checkmate situation. Concentration building up, calls out the Mortal Botto.
Uses the PRC to keep it safe as well, and tries to apply the curse just to keep that concentration up. Only 3 bullets remaining though. So if this wall breaks, this is not a great situation for Red Ditto to be in, but the wall's gonna break into their grave. Red Ditto, you know, they just need to find those couple of situations so they can get in and stay in, but Umisho, we know, is the expert of not allowing that to happen. But Red Ditto found an opportunity once again, already brought him into the corner. Now it's time for sword pressure.
Hey, you know, the shoes on the other foot now. Now you got to deal with Ramlethal jail pressure because you don't have a reversal either. You're going to have to hold the windshield wipers, but that's the catch here is that now you're in a mid-screen situation. PRC does come through, got to the corner, found the 2K, able to get the gunshot off, and go right back to the opposite side there. Close enough for a burst.
Tries to go for the JP, the air-to-air, but Umisho drops down, not even attempting the air challenge, and is able to just anti-air out of that situation.
Yeah, we do have one on the board for Red Ditto at the very least, and that was, again, just like the perfect storm scenario to push into that corner.
I do think Umisho they've been playing a little lax once they get to these points of the games. Like I've noticed, you know, versus Stealthy, versus Dom, they've always just been a little bit not as tight with their pressure coming into it. But once these games turn around, that's when they really go on to things. You can see, not even trying to apply the curse, not even trying to set up into a gunshot, just allowing Red Ditto to do their turn and then trying to call in response to it. Forces the burst though, so now it's their chance to gun pressure from full screen.
Little concentration, no tension there, so has to. Oh, it's gone. So now this is the shot that Red Ditto needs here. And does get the corner position that we're looking for. Reversal is available, but gonna get scooped. Actually, excuse me, no reversal available for Happy Chaos. Plenty of reversal for Red Ditto here. There we go. Mortal Botto for the kill.
Woo. Red Ditto making those necessary changes to really turn this game into their favor. You know, making Umisho scared of cursing or trying to pull out the gun just with those far slashes and 5Hs is definitely a great situation to be with, but this is unfortunately the exact spot he wants you to be in. Gun frame trap time, goes for the tap dust, for the wall slump, gets the reload with the concentration, and just uses the 5K to break it out. No need to be fancy with the super, just keep it nice and clean and get kicked over to the other side. Umisho now on game point. This is a great start for them, finding that hit and already juggling to the corner.
Yeah, once you're in that corner and you have no reversal, if you're the Ramlethal in this matchup here, it's almost a done deal. What can you really do? Again, have the IBFD or have it's tough. And already a devastating situation to be in. Has to see, these are the dash blocks that we're looking for here, trying to find that great mid-range. 6P connecting, slash, not 6P. And that's a 3-1. Umisho's Happy Chaos once again taking it here at Wednesday Night Fights. And a great showing from everybody involved as well. Red Ditto, unfortunately, going down in second place. Third place going to Dawn. And then fourth going to Stealthy. Tonight's Weds Night Fights was a great show all around.
Oh, yes.
And again, I mean, Series E Season 2 Week 1 qualifier too. So definitely come back for more of these qualifiers. Check them out. We do have a leaderboard to kind of check out the scoring here for the season. There we go. Umisho sitting at the top right now for your first qualifier. 50 points right now, and being placing 8th with only 5 alongside Symbolist in 7th, and that's how the breakdown will be for this top 8. So plenty of points to be had, plenty of opportunities to be had as well to qualify for this season's Series E.
Yeah, and if you want to see your name on that leaderboard, make sure that you come back every week, you keep entering, and you keep just trying to challenge, try to break through that top 8, so you can see yourself on the top 10 right here and potentially push through into you know, qualifying for that Series E.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a season 2, and you've been here for the entirety of season 1, so you know how well that these players are taken care of. Thank you so much from Esports Arena or to Esports Arena rather, and of course Freshcott and the various sponsors that are helping out these players with these great opportunities. So again, definitely sign up, fill out those Match Arena codes, and yeah, until next time, everybody, later days.
Have a great evening, everyone.